Imagine for a moment that your legs are like roads where traffic moves slowly, as if invisible jams were forming every single day. After the age of 60, this phenomenon quite literally triples your risk of falling. Yet here is what almost no one dares to tell you. One single drink, yes, just one, can reverse this decline within a matter of hours. Not weeks, not months. Hours. Stay with me, because I'm about to show you what truly happens inside your legs less than 24 hours after you drink it. Warmth returns, the tingling fades, and you'll finally understand why some beverages transform your circulation while others are utterly useless. In fact, the most effective drink on this list widens your arteries by nearly 30%. 30%. A difference that separates stumbling toward the bathroom from walking there with confidence. This drink is likely already in your kitchen, yet you're not using it the right way. Chapter 1. What really happens inside your legs. After the age of 60, your blood vessels produce nearly 70% less nitric oxide. 70%. This molecule is the cornerstone that keeps your arteries flexible and open. Without it, your vessels tighten, stiffen, narrow, and your blood struggles to reach your feet. This is not simply about feeling cold or numb. When circulation drops, everything else begins to fail. Muscles are deprived of oxygen, waste products accumulate, nerves deteriorate more quickly, and worse still, tiny clots begin to form in the narrowest areas. You cannot see them or feel them, yet they multiply day after day. Of course, the usual medical advice suggests aspirin, some exercise, elevating your legs. It helps a little, yes, but it never addresses the deeper cause, the collapse of your nitric oxide production. What's remarkable is that this collapse is not inevitable. It is reversible. Subscribe if you haven't already, because what comes next goes against much of what you've been told about your health. Chapter 2. The overlooked role of certain drinks. Some drinks quite literally force your body to start producing nitric oxide again, not through any kind of magic, but through a simple biochemical mechanism supported by thousands of studies. The compounds found in these beverages are converted into nitric oxide, instantly relaxing your arteries and opening them like highways, instead of allowing them to shrink into narrow, obstructed passages. Once this process begins, blood flow in your legs can rise by 40 to 60% in a single day. You can feel it almost immediately. Your legs feel lighter, cramps ease, warmth returns, and over time, true repair begins. New capillaries form, nerves recover, and your risk of falling plummets. But be careful. Not all drinks marketed as good for circulation live up to their claims. Some border on scams, some work but come with side effects, and a very small handful stand out as genuine, accessible wonders. Chapter 3. Ranking the drinks from least effective to most powerful. Here is the full ranking, from the most disappointing drink to the most potent one. Number 10. Plain water essential, yet very limited. Yes, dehydration thickens the blood, but water alone contains no nitrates. It remains vital for basic bodily functions, yet its impact on circulation is, in truth, quite small. We often forget that hydrating the body is not enough to improve blood flow when key compounds are missing. One study showed that it increases circulation by only about 8%, far too little compared to a 70% drop in nitric oxide. In other words, it helps a little, but it cannot compensate for such a massive deficit, even though it remains an essential daily habit. Score 2 out of 10. Number 9. Green tea. Despite its reputation, it offers only a modest improvement, around 12%, and only if you drink it consistently over several weeks. Its effects remain limited, even though some consider it nearly a miracle beverage. It's also important to know that its antioxidant content varies greatly depending on the quality of the tea and how it's prepared, which can significantly influence the outcome. Water that's too hot destroys nearly half of its beneficial compounds, further reducing its real impact on circulation and explaining why the expected benefits often fall short. Score 3 out of 10. Number 8. Tart cherry juice. A moderate improvement, around 18%, but with one major drawback: it is loaded with sugar. This juice is often praised for its natural antioxidants, yet its overall impact remains limited when you look at the full picture. One cup contains roughly 30 grams of sugar, which can worsen circulation in the short term, especially if it's already compromised. This imbalance between benefits and drawbacks makes its use tricky, despite its promising nutritional profile, and explains why it must be consumed with genuine moderation. Score: 4 out of 10. Number 7. Pomegranate juice stronger, offering about a 22% improvement, yet still very sugary and expensive. Many people value it for its high antioxidant content, but its effects remain fairly narrow and depend heavily on how much you drink. It helps protect the nitric oxide you already have, which is useful, but it doesn't meaningfully increase your levels, even with regular intake. Its price and sugar content limit its appeal, especially if you consume it often, as the benefits are quickly offset. Score: 5 out of 10. Number 6. Cocoa drink highly effective when made with pure unsweetened cocoa. Its flavonols strongly stimulate nitric oxide production with noticeable effects within just 2 hours. This response is impressively rapid compared to many other foods, making it a compelling option for daily use, especially for those seeking a natural way to revive circulation. When prepared correctly, it delivers substantial support to blood flow without triggering a sugar spike, allowing you to enjoy its benefits without compromising metabolic balance. Smooth, comforting, and easy to integrate, it fits naturally into a morning routine or an evening ritual, offering both warmth and measurable improvement. Score: 6 out of 10. Number 5. Watermelon juice rich in L-citrulline. It enhances nitric oxide production and delivers a clear improvement, around 28%. This effect is well documented and often accompanied by a noticeable lightness in the legs as circulation improves. For some, the results feel almost immediate, making it a refreshing and practical option when it's accessible. Yet its seasonal nature is a limitation. Outside the warm months, high-quality watermelon or fresh juice can be difficult to find. This makes consistent use more challenging, despite its undeniable effectiveness. Score: 7 out of 10. Number 4. Hibiscus tea, a hidden gem, affordable, fast-acting, and surprisingly effective, offering roughly a 31% improvement within just a few days. Its benefits are felt rather quickly, especially when consumed regularly, as its active compounds build up efficiently in the body. It's a simple, accessible drink, yet often underestimated despite its remarkable impact on circulation for such a natural remedy. In truth, it deserves a place in a daily routine, as its effects appear steadily, reinforcing and supporting blood flow with impressive consistency. Score: 8 out of 10. Number 3. Celery juice. Exceptionally rich in natural nitrates, it can increase blood flow by 35 to 40% within a few hours. It is one of the most concentrated juices in active compounds, which explains both the speed of its action and the almost immediate sense of effectiveness it provides. The taste is distinctive, yes, but the results are remarkable, especially for those seeking a clear, measurable boost without waiting several days. It remains a drink you consume more for its benefits than for pleasure, yet its impact more than justifies the effort. Score: 8.5 out of 10. Number 2. Arugula smoothie. Arugula is the single richest food source of natural nitrates. Just 2 generous handfuls are enough to produce a remarkable effect, about a 42% improvement in circulation. Blended into a smoothie, it releases its active compounds quickly, which explains the near immediate rise in effectiveness. It is simple, potent, and surprisingly powerful for such an ordinary ingredient, especially when consumed fresh and without unnecessary additions. For many, it becomes one of the most accessible ways to revive blood flow with clarity and speed. Score: 9 out of 10. Number 1. Beetroot juice. The undisputed champion, a single daily serving can increase blood flow by 30 to 50% within just a few hours. This surge is often accompanied by a sense of warmth or renewed energy, clear signs that circulation is responding immediately and that the body is fully using the nitrates it absorbs. The benefits strengthen over the following days, gradually transforming your vascular function and offering a deep, lasting improvement far beyond a temporary boost, especially when it becomes a regular habit. Score: 10 out of 10. If this ranking has been helpful, consider subscribing to support this work. Chapter 4. How to apply all of this easily. Begin each morning with a glass of beetroot juice on an empty stomach. In the afternoon, add a cup of hibiscus tea or a celery juice, depending on your preference. For maximum impact, include an arugula smoothie 3 or 4 times a week. Within 3 days, you'll feel more warmth in your legs. Within a week, cramps will become rare. After 2 weeks, your walking endurance will rise. And after 1 month, you will barely recognize your legs. However, do not make these mistakes. Do not drink these beverages with meals. Wait at least 30 minutes. Do not use mouthwash immediately afterward, as it destroys the bacteria required to convert nitrates. Never stop a medical treatment without professional guidance, and avoid sweetened or highly processed versions of these drinks. Your body is ready to heal, far more than you may think. What appears to be inevitable decline is, in truth, nothing more than a lack of specific nutrients. By reintroducing these natural sources of nitrates each day, you give your arteries exactly what they need to function as they once did. Try it for 30 days. Your legs will speak for themselves.